In calculating the risk performance scores, we're basically going to be taking a look at, in calculating the risk performance scores, we're going to be assigning a number from 1 to 10 on whether that risk is appearing to occur or not. See, here's the thing. With risk-related occurrences, the goal of the scorekeeping is to indicate whether that risky activity may be appearing in the organization. As such, the scoring is basically binary. Either the potential risk might be occurring or it might not be. Therefore, we don't need to be taking a look at 98% performance or 128 out of 127 occurrences and so forth. So, using the balance sheet metaphor, where you cannot be partly in balance. The balance sheet is either balanced or not. One doesn't measure the percent of a balance sheet being out of balance or the percent of risky behavior potentially happening. So when we create those icons on the scorecard, we have to assign an aggressive score to it. And what it looks like is this. If we are going to give it a green, basically the performance appears to be within target, and there's no indication that risky performance is occurring. A yellow appears to be within the risk appetite, but there may be some risky occurrences occurring in the organization. And then finally a red, where the actual performance may indicate risk-related activity is beyond the risk appetite, maybe even beyond risk tolerance. So what we enter in the spreadsheet, if it's green, we'll just enter a 10. If it's yellow, a 5. If it's red, a 1. So we're not converting raw data, we're giving it a score. So before we get too worried about the actual formula, remember that the maximum score you can get is 10. So even if the formula were normally to give you a number like 11 or 12, let's say you're 120% of target, the maximum you can get is 10, and so that's the maximum that will show up on the score. So if high values are good, the formula is 1 plus actual performance minus target divided by target, and all of that multiplied by 10. If high values are bad, like your golf score, it's the same formula except it's 1 minus this formula, and that will give you the correct score out of 10. And then all we're going to do is take a look for target, the indicator thresholds that you completed on the indicator worksheet. And so attached you'll find a spreadsheet that has in it that formula. You can put in the actual performance and the thresholds from your worksheet, and that will give you the score that you need to enter in to your risk scorecard spreadsheet.